Welcome back to episode 4 as we continue debunking the myths of modular. In my previous debunking videos, I've tried to show how modular naysayers like synthpunk try to make modular look bad by comparing them to regular synths while downplaying or completely ignoring all the special things about modular that make it a unique way to make music. Some of the special things about modular include being able to build a system from components that you want, and then of course being able to patch it up in completely creative and different ways. But on top of all of that, there is an aspect to modular music making that synthpunk is completely unaware of. It's something special about modular that really helps to make it the specifically unique community that it's become. I'm speaking, of course, about the do-it-yourself aspect of making music with modular. Since its inception, modular music making has been filled with talented musicians who are capable of soldering and building their own modules. This aspect makes it completely different from something like going to a store and buying a synth. Nobody's building their own Moog 1s or Prophet 5s. Not only is DIY a great way to save money when you're building your modular rig, but it also lets you customize the modules that you're going to have in your rig and even begin to design some of your own modules. Do-it-yourself builders have become an integral part of the modular community, and it would be impossible to have such a thriving, diverse range of modules available if it weren't for these basement geniuses crafting and building their own circuits. In fact, getting into modular music pretty much ensures that you're going to have to do some do-it-yourself anyway. Modules come without power supplies, and you've got to learn how to fit them into a case, plug them in properly, and do some troubleshooting. This unfortunate-looking pile of solder is my own attempt at building cutoffs from switches and blank panels. I'm terrible at DIY, I'm horrible at soldering, and giving me a soldering gun is akin to giving a child a hand grenade. So here's a look at what some more talented folks are doing in the world of DIY. Hanging out on forums like Modular, I've met lots of great builders. These are just a few of the projects that they're working on. Builders might start out building simple kits, then work their way up to more advanced kits, and eventually begin designing some of their own circuits and their own circuit boards. Then at modular music events, there are soldering workshops where participants can sit down with an instructor and work their way through a supplied kit. Do-it-yourself community is very accepting of newcomers, and there's always somebody available to help with questions and to help you get started with your own projects. Trying to troubleshoot an old VU module whose LEDs weren't lighting up, I wrote to the designer, and it was none other than Dieter Doepfer himself who answered me back to help me repair it. The one thing DIY guys like more than soldering is talking about soldering. So why is this important? How does the DIY community contribute to what makes modular special? When naysayers like synthpunk push the myth that big box store keyboards are better than modules, they fail to understand the important connections between musicians and their instruments. Being able to solder together and troubleshoot your own circuits in music making is a bit like an artist being able to mix together their own paints. Because modular is such a technical and detailed way of making music, it only makes sense that the more that you understand about the underlying electronics, the more successful you'll be trying to create music with them. Even though I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to soldering my own projects, I've learned tons from the DIY community, and it's really helped me to understand my modular synth in a way that I wouldn't be able to if I was simply buying big box, fixed architecture keyboards
and calling it presets, jumping around in my basement wearing a stupid hat.
Just as every superhero has their origin story, so too do modular circuits, and next time around we'll explore the huge impact that DIY has had on the creation of modular. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and consider joining my Patreon to get free album releases of modular music. I hope you've enjoyed this series so far, and stay tuned as we continue debunking